Welcome everybody to another episode of Burpule Formula. I mean 60 Formula. What am I even talking about? Get out of here, bro. Right now we're going to teach you how to teach your Siberian Husky to stop running out the front door. You're only a couple easy steps and they can learn it in no time. Who of you out there have a Siberian Husky? You open your front door, the first thing they want to do is just bolt. Well, today we are going to teach you how to prevent that from happening because we got some awesome, secret, cool steps. This whole video is going to show you how you can teach your Husky to do this in literally one session. Now, I'm boasting about this. It may take you longer, but it can take up to one session. Now, Gila right here, she always bolts out the front door whenever I open it, but we are going to teach her today how to cut that out. And you're going to teach your dog how to do exactly the same with these tips right here. So let's put the leash on Gila. Let's put the collar on her. See how she reacts initially to the front door opening. Let's go ahead and teach your Husky to stop running out the front door. Boom. Now, right here, I have my high value treats. It's just some Frosted Flakes. Gila loves Frosted Flakes. Don't you love some Frosted Flakes, baby? So let's see what her initial reaction is to walking out the front door. We're gonna go ahead, put our treats over here. Don't touch that. Sit. Good girl. All right, so we're gonna open the door and Gila bolts out. I mean, she's not running, but she's pulling me really hard. She's like, let's go. And I don't want this, so come on, let's go. Back inside. Back inside, good girl. All the way in. All the way in. Good girl, thank you very much. Let's close the door. All right. Let's see where we're at with Gila. So let's have her sit. Come here. Okay. That noise is what is triggering Gila to get up. So to get her to knock that off, we're gonna get her high value treats and we're gonna start right here. Something that she's really interested in. You see the Frosted Flakes? You see the Frosted Flakes? I'm gonna ask her to stay. No, stay. Okay, good girl. Good girl. Now, she lunged forward when I moved the doorknob, but she went ahead and she held herself back and she stayed. So I went ahead and I rewarded that. We want to reward those small little steps. Let's ask her to stay. She sees the treat, right? Stay. Stay. Good girl. She's not ready for me to open the door quite yet, so we need to just make the noise of the doorknob. And if she can stay with the noise of the doorknob, then you reward. Okay, let's ask her to stay. She sees the treat. We're gonna make a noise. Good girl, stay. Good girl. Okay, she did get up that time, but she sat back down immediately after we opened the door just a little bit. We just cracked it open. So I went ahead and rewarded her. So let's go ahead, grab another treat. These are how these sessions are going to go. Just slow like this, okay? You see the treat, baby? All right, we're gonna make a noise now. Ready? Good girl. Didn't even move that time when we made a noise with the doorknob. Let's go ahead and crack the door open just a little bit. Let's see how far that gets us. Ready? Stay. Stay. No. No. Okay. She lunged forward that time. Let's have her back up a little bit. Over here. Right here, baby. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. Now stay. Stay. Good girl. Good girl. So distancing your dog from the door is gonna help you out a lot if they're, you're pushing them to failure when they're right next to the door. So just bring them back just a little bit. We're gonna close the door. We're gonna back her up a little bit. All right, come here. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. All right, now I'm gonna open the door. We pushed her to failure there. We opened it way too wide. So come back here. Over here, Bubby. Over here, good girl. Sit. Sit. That's a good girl. Stay. 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 Good girl. Good girl. That's a good girl. All right, let's shut the door. That's a good girl. You did good there. All right, now we're gonna try and open the door a lot wider this time. So let's ask Gila to stay. Stay. No. Nope. Okay, so we pushed her to failure there. She got up, she could not stay. So that's where we're working at. We're working at just like probably like 3 inches of cracked door at this point, but we're making progress. You see what I'm saying? At first, she couldn't even wait to jump out the door. Now she's waiting for the door to at least be cracked open before she even stands up. Let's have her get up. Come on, up. Good girl. That's a good girl. Sit. All right, good. Good girl. Now you see the treat? See the treat? Do me a favor. I want you to stay. 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 Good girl. That's a good girl. And that's how open we got. Literally like 3 inches of open door. So we're gonna keep going. She sees it. We're gonna say stay. Stay. And we're gonna open the door. Stay. Stay. Way wider this time. Good girl. Thank you so much, good girl. Good girl. You stay. 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 Good girl. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Look at that. The door was completely open there, and she had the opportunity to run out, and she didn't even do it. And we've only been doing this for probably like 12 minutes. She's a friggin' pro. Let's try and push her to have the door completely open. You see that? Stay. 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 Good girl. Stay. Look, she just respected the space between here and outside. That is how you teach your husky not to run outside. Slow little bits like this. Let's do it one more time. Let's bring her closer to the door to pressure her. Come on, Bubba. Sit. No, not that close, baby. Not that close. Right here is good. Sit. Good girl. That's a good girl. We'll get you a jackpot treat this time and make it big. See? All right. I want you to stay. I want you to stay. It's right here. Stay. 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 Look at that focus. Not even looking outside right there. Here's the reward, baby. It's right here. It's not out there. Good girl. That's my good girl. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how you teach your dog to not run outside. Now, as you saw throughout this whole entire video, in the beginning, Gila literally was just running outside anytime I opened the door. We brought her closer to the door each time, and then she kept bolting out. We brought her further back. We calmed her down a little bit. We made her respect the space between the door and outside. We rewarded her each time. And now, watch this. Gila, come. Sit. Good girl. Stay. Stay. No reward needed. You're golden, baby. Look how good she is, guys. But guess what? This isn't exclusive to this dog. You can teach any dog this with just a little bit of patience, tiny itty bitty baby steps. I just showed you right here how quickly it takes one dog to learn how to not run out the door. Here we're sitting right, she's not even moving. She's just completely just waiting for me to give her instruction. She's a great dog, and that's the kind of dog that you want. And it's simple to have that dog. Just follow these steps, my friends. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Let's go in the living room real quick, talk about some junk. And I just wanted to show you this awesome training video because this is a great way to teach your dog not to run after people, not to jump out the door. You never know when you're gonna have your grandma over. She's like old and frail and you got your Siberian Husky just waiting at the door to knock her over and break all her bones. Don't let that happen. Let your dog respect the space between outside and inside. It's easy. I just showed you how to do it. And watch. Let's, for one more time's sake, just open the door. You don't want to go outside, do you? I don't think so. Good doggy. There you go, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below. Let's go in the game room and talk about some cool stuff. All right, guys, I just wanted to show you, I have been collecting some crazy Goosebumps stuff from thrift stores. A lot of you have been asking me to go thrifting again, and I just wanted to tell you I have been thrifting. Now, I do have 2 other VHSs other than these. I have the one with the hand in the basement, the stay out of the basement, and then I have the Haunted Mask. I don't know where they are. I couldn't find them for the video, but I also found a Night in Terror Tower, and this is the rarest one I've found, is a werewolf, or the Werewolf of Fever Swamp. I've never seen this one, and I found this and I was really excited, but it does have a green clamshell instead of the classic black, which is kind of like, it bothers me because I like all my stuff to be uniform, but whatever. I don't know how many of these VHSs there are. I only have 4. So if you guys know or you have a complete collection, comment down below and let me know. I also find the books all the time, and I've been saving them because the books are really hard to find these days, and I loved the original Goosebumps set. When I was a kid, I had so many of them, and I'm pretty sure I still have a lot of them, but they're in storage somewhere, so I have to find them. But I've been picking up these copies because they're only 99 cents from Goodwill. One of the coolest ones I've found here is the first one, number 1, Welcome to Dead House. They do have creases and stuff on them, so they aren't perfect, but I love just having these copies. We have Stay Out of the Basement. I have Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. These were so scary when I was a kid. I remember just like looking at these and being like, oh my God, I don't even know what horror is. Return of the Mummy. I don't think I have the first one, which is just The Mummy's Tomb, I think is what it's called, or something like that. Monster Blood 2. I have a lot of the sequels because the newer ones are the easiest to find when it comes to Goodwillin', The Ghost Next Door. I actually just found a whole bunch of these recently, and I actually passed them up, like a whole stack of them, because I was trying to, pun intended, be thrifty and save some money, so I didn't pick them up. But Welcome to Camp Nightmare. This is one of the original ones. This is one of my favorites that I have found. The Haunted Mask. Not only are the colors just so dope on this, it's just like, this is such a classic Goosebumps story. I love this book. The Blob That Ate Everyone. Now, what's weird about this one is there's like no number to it. All the other Goosebumps I've ever seen have like a number. I don't know if this was just like a promotional thing or what the deal is. I found it and I was like, oh, cool. But then I realized it had no number after I bought it. So I was like, is this even in the Goosebumps set? If you know anything about The Blob That Ate Everyone, write it in the comments below. Deep Trouble. I remember seeing this one. This was awesome back in the 90s when everyone was still afraid of sharks. Hammerheads always looked way cooler too. Monster Blood 3. Pretty cool. Never read that one personally. It Came From Beneath the Sink. This is one of the only Goosebumps books I actually read when I was a kid. Like, I always had them, and I would get them because it was cool to have them. They were kind of like a collectible thing, but I actually read only a couple of them, and this was one of them, and this one was terrible. And last but not least, The Cuckoo Clock of Doom. It's got a little bit of marker up here, but I got that because I love the Goosebumps, baby. So yeah, those are the Goosebumps collectibles that I have found recently. Still looking for all the books and the VHSs. If you guys know any information on either of those, please write it in the comments below. Over to the puppo. She's over here hanging out with her rope. She's like, am I done doing all the tricks and teaching all the people on YouTube for today? And I'm like, yeah, baby, you did a good old job. Thanks so much. If you guys thought Gila did an amazing job today, go ahead and smash that like button or subscribe if you really thought it was helpful. I really do appreciate it. You know, I appreciate all of you. With that being said, guess what? We're gonna blast off and call it another day. We had fun today. We will see you next time with another episode of Whatever We Make. Peace!